It's time to go beyond the headlines, cause I don't put in overtime just so I can headline. Okay, now it's Fox Sports, I'm live with Renee. Going hard every day, sports rapping every play. Different segments for your favorites, coming at you daily with positive vibes, yeah, we some game changers. Basketball, football, soccer, with different interviews, you never know who may pop up. Listen, only on Beyond the Headlines, this is Beyond the Headlines. Only on Beyond the Headlines, this is Beyond the Headlines. Only on Beyond the Headlines, this is Beyond the Headlines with Renee Washington.
Before we get into this week's edition of Will's Fantasy Footballers here on Beyond the Headlines with Renee Washington, let's take a look back at the results from around Week 11 in the NFL. Now, the week started with a bang Thursday night. We talked about this in the segment. Who hasn't talked about this so far? The Myles Garrett, Mason Rudolph fight that unfolded in the final seconds of Cleveland's 14-point win. Some other games Sunday, Sam Darnold threw for 4 touchdowns in the Jets' 34-17 win over the Redskins. The 1-9 Redskins, that is. Yikes. And then the Falcons dominated the Panthers, holding them scoreless through the first 3 quarters, going up 26-0 heading into the fourth, en route to their 29-3 win. Now, Drew Brees finished with a trio of touchdowns in the Saints' win over Tampa Bay by 17. The 49ers got back to their winning ways after dropping loss to the Seahawks last week with a 10-point victory over the Cardinals. We saw the Vikings squeeze out a close one over Denver by 4. The Bengals remain winless, 0-10, as they dropped a 17-10 loss to Oakland before the Raiders signed former Cincinnati linebacker Preston Brown Monday. In Monday night action, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs defeated the Chargers 24-17. Now, Week 12 gets started Thursday night as the Colts and the Texans kick off in Houston. So, it's time to see, Will Morgan, who you got this week for a player to watch across fantasy football in Will's Fantasy Footballers.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another exciting installment of Will's Fantasy Footballers. Now, guys, we're late into the fantasy season, almost to the fantasy playoffs, and we need to be ready. We need to be sure that we have everything lined up, ducks in a row, and prepared to continue our winning ways. Now, some of us may be out here streaming quarterbacks, maybe streaming tight ends, maybe streaming even defenses. Well, if you're streaming quarterbacks as a player, I would love for you guys to take a look at Jacoby Brissett, Indianapolis Colts quarterback. Now, check this out. Brissett has scored 16 or more fantasy points in 6 of 8 full games this season, and he is squarely back on the streaming radar in Week 12 against the Houston Texans. And go back and look at the Houston Texans numbers. Those guys are allowing the 6th most fantasy points per game to the quarterback position. So don't be afraid of the matchup. I think that Jacoby Brissett will do very, very well. And it's a strong possibility that he gets T.Y. Hilton back this week. And if he does, that also helps his outlook even more. That's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys in Week 13. Renee, sorry about your Eagles. Let's see if we can get back on the winning ways this coming week. I'll see you guys next week. Everyone, take care.